Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Joannes Stadium for some Northwoods League baseball. Today, it's the Green Bay Bullfrogs and your Rockford Rivets. My name is Scot Gladstone. I'm excited to bring you the game today between these two teams. They faced off yesterday, and it was a 4-1 game. The difference coming off the bat of Justin Walker. Justin Walker, 3 RBIs on 2 hits for the young man out of Indiana. Final score was 4-1. That moved the Rivets to 14-11 and the Bullfrogs to 9-16, still in search of a win to put them at double digits. The starting pitcher on the mound for the Green Bay Bullfrogs today is McKinley Moore. McKinley Moore, this will be his first appearance in a Green Bay Bullfrogs uniform. Stands 6'6", 225 pounds. Out of Arkansas, Little Rock, the big righty. He's struggled his past couple seasons at Little Rock. Just finished his sophomore year in 2 seasons with the Trojans, has a 7.85 ERA, and has still not attained his first career college victory. 0 for 2 in his freshman year, 0 for 4 in his sophomore year. 31 innings pitched in his collegiate career, 25 strikeouts to 41 walks. That is not a ratio you like to see, especially if you're a starting pitcher. He started 4 games last year in 12 appearances and made 15 appearances out of the bullpen for the Trojans in his freshman year. The lineup for the Rockford Rivets will be Pat Leffler leading it off, playing DH. Hal Hughes, number 2. Mason Template will bat in the 3 spot. Wyatt Mascarella, the catcher, will be 4th. Jacob Vanderwall, 5th. Justin Walker, 6th. Brennan Reback, 7th. Joe Butler, 8th. And Corey Wright, 9th. The first pitch of the day for McKinley Moore to Pat Leffler is outside for ball 1. Another one misses the strike zone. The defensive alignment for the Bullfrogs: Eddie Gonzalez, Cooper Morrison, Jake Munoz in the outfield, Rudy Aguilar, Gonzalez, Ludi, and Damla make up the infield, and Blaze Maris will be behind the plate again as another ball goes outside. Blaze Maris is going to have an interesting time seeing how he works with McKinley Moore on the mound, who has had accuracy troubles in his collegiate career thus far. 4-pitch walk to start off his at-bat, or to start off his day tonight. And so Pat Leffler will be on first with nobody out here in the top of the first for the Rockford Rivets. Hal Hughes up at the plate now. Hal Hughes has batted in the number 2 spot and played shortstop for the Rivets in all the games he's appeared in this season. Last night was 1 for 4 and scored a run, 217 on the year for the LSU upcoming sophomore. Just finished his freshman year with the Tigers. 1-0 as a ball misses for Hal Hughes. So 5 straight balls to start off McKinley Moore's evening. And that one finds the strike zone for the first called strike by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley. Gavin Oakley was on first last night. Clockwise rotation puts him behind the plate for the Rivets and the Bullfrogs today. Check swing there. First base Pat Crowley says he went. Count's going to be 1-2 now. It did miss high, but got Hal Hughes to bite just enough for the swing over the plate. 1-2 now upcoming. McKinley Moore trying to get a big strikeout. That one in the zone for strike 3. Hal Hughes didn't think it was going to be a called strike, but it is. And so the first out of the game is a strikeout for McKinley Moore as Jimmy Burnett goes over to first base. Jimmy Burnett was one of the relief pitchers last night, has one of the jobs to be first base coach, as there's only 2 coaches for the Rivets. Zach Thomas stays in the dugout when the Rivets are at bat, and head manager Brian Smith goes to third base coach. That one's a ball on the outside for Mason Template. Mascarella on deck, Leffler on first, 1 out here, top of the first, 1-0 count. That one hits the outside of the plate. That's right where McKinley Moore is deciding to pound it today, right on what is the outside of the plate for left-handed batters. 1-1. That one's way outside. Also on the outside of the plate for the lefty, Mason Template. Green Bay wearing white pinstripes on their pants. The tops are white on the top half and striped with green, black, and orange on the bottom half of those jerseys. Another ball on the outside, counts 3-1, and Moore's threatening to walk another Rivet. The 3-1 to Template, Leffler on first. Swings on that one, right up the middle, double play opportunity. Aguilar touches first, throws to second. Excuse me, that's Gonzalez. But touches second, throws to first for out number 3. So a leadoff walk, a little bit of accuracy troubles, but they work it out, and McKinley Moore retires the side. We'll be right back for the bottom of the first. Back here at Joannes Stadium, Chase Keeter throwing his final warm-up pitches for the Rockford Rivets. Chase Keeter, this is his 5th appearance and 5th start of the year for the Rockford Rivets. Has thrown over 5 2/3 in every appearance thus far. 2-1 record, 2.8 ERA. No stranger to the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Pitched in the second game of the 2018 Northwoods League season against the Bullfrogs at home. In 6 innings pitched, allowed 1 earned run, 6 hits, struck out 6, and walked 1 Bullfrog. Since then, he has picked up a loss in 5 2/3 innings of work against Wisconsin Rapids, and last week narrowly got another win. Narrowly missed getting another win, as a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th ruined the win he was in position for. Let's see what he can do against the Green Bay Bullfrogs, the second time he's seen them this season. Jake Munoz will lead it off for the Bullfrogs, and he'll see the first pitch from Keeter. Low in the zone, called ball by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley. The lineup is pretty similar to last night for the Bullfrogs. In the second pitch, misses the outside of the strike zone. Munoz leads us off. Blaze Maris, the catcher, second. Domla, third. Mihalik at-bats in the fourth spot, Aguilar in the fifth, and rounding out the bottom four is Gonzalez, Morrison, Luddy, and Gonzalez. That one's a called strike. Count's going to be 2-1 now. And another called strike, and it's going to be even at 2-2 with no outs here. Bottom of the first inning. Tie game, 0-0 between the Rockford Rivets and the Green Bay Bullfrogs. The 2-2. That one just misses. And just misses a little bit high, I believe. Count's going to be full now for Munoz versus Keeter. The payoff pitch. That one is right down the middle. Munoz is going to take it to deep center field, but Reback tracking back is all over it for out number one. Munoz got good contact on it. Keeter didn't want to walk the first batter he saw. And even though it drifted a ways back there, not go over 380 feet in center field to get over that center field wall at Joannes Stadium. Now it's Blaze Maris. Florida Tech catcher, big swing and a miss on the first pitch he sees from Chase Keeter. Blaze Maris yesterday batted in the 2 spot as well. 5 at-bats, 2 hits, and the only RBI of the day for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. And it was Munoz that he drove in. He had Munoz on third after Munoz reached on a leadoff single, stole second, and then got to third on an error. Now he has nobody on base and 1 out. The 0-2 pitch from Keeter. That one's just off the plate inside on Blaze Maris, the righty. Rockford Rivets are in their ash gray pants. Everybody's got the stirrups on and black jerseys. Swing and a miss there on the breaking ball from Keeter. And he's got his first strikeout of the afternoon. Sunday matinee action here. 74 degrees and sunny in Green Bay. A nice change of weather for these Rockford Rivets who had to deal with a lot of rain this past week during the homestand down in Rockford. Bottom of the first now. Adrian Domlo will come up to the plate. UC Irvin, first baseman, sees a ball to start off his at-bat from Chase Keeter. The 1-0. That one's down Main Street, evens the count at 1-1. Domla yesterday, 1 for 3 with a strikeout, batting .267 on the year. The 1-1. Breaking ball, just enough contact on it, foul down the first base line and into the Green Bay Bullfrogs dugout. Keeter agrees to the first sign from Mascarella, and it's going to just break outside for Domla, the lefty. Counts even at 2-2 now. This will be the 15th pitch of the first inning for Keeter. Low in the zone, Domla thought about it, didn't go. Count's going to be full now for Keeter versus Domla. Keeter only 9 walks this past year at the University of Dubuque. Usually on payoff pitches, he puts one in the zone, and that one just misses. Mascarella and Keeter both started their trot to the Rockford Rivets dugout, but a called ball by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley just off the outside of the plate, and Domla will walk on the full count pitch. Mahalik now will make his way up to the plate. Pennsylvania native out of now attends Rider University. That one's down Main Street for strike 1. Mahalik yesterday batted in the 7th spot as the DH. Today the DH again, but batting in the 4 spot. 1 for 4 yesterday with 2 strikeouts. That one's low and in the dirt. Blocked well by Wyatt Mascarella, the catcher for the Rivets today. Rivets outfield is made up of Mason Template, Brennan Reback, and Jacob Vanderwall. First time Template's played in the outfield this year. Breaking ball there. Goes in the zone. Check swing by Mihalik. Didn't make contact on it. I think he was checking with home plate umpire Gavin Oakley to make sure that he was calling that a called strike and not saying that he went over on the check swing. But it was a strike. Count 1-2 now. 2 outs. Runner on first. That one just misses the zone. Keeter not getting the calls I think he wants right now. Just missing off the plate. Counts even at 2-2 now for Keeter. Mihalik batting .200 on the year. The 2-2 with 2 outs. Runners going right up the middle. Hal Hughes at short will field it cleanly and throw to first for the out number 3. So a 21-pitch inning for Chase Keeter, but other than a walk, nobody reaches base. We'll be right back. Wyatt Mascarella on to lead off the top of the second inning for the Rockford Rivets. Got on with a leadoff walk versus McKinley Moore last inning, but a double play finished up the inning. Let's see what Mascarella can do against Moore. Moore misses with the first pitch, low in the zone. Count's going to be 1-0. The 1-0 now. That one misses again. Moore, his first appearance for the Green Bay Bullfrogs this year, after finishing up his collegiate season at Arkansas Little Rock, has made his way to Titletown to play for Kirk Schreider and the Bullfrogs. The 2-0 misses again. And McKinley Moore, you can see a little frustration with him as he sets up again. The 3-0 now to Mascarella. And that one is on the inside and low in the zone, but just sneaks inside the strike zone for a called strike. Now 3-1 to Mascarella. And that one misses a little too far inside and low. And so a 5-pitch walk now for McKinley Moore. And the second time he's led off an inning with a walk, 2 for 2 on that stat. And Jacob Vanderwall making his way to the plate now. Vanderwall got the day off yesterday after coming into the series with Battle Creek a few days ago on a hot streak. Cooled down a lot, only got 1 hit in 2 games played in that series. Looking to get back on a groove now. Misses outside, ball 1. Count's going to be 1-0 for Jacob Vanderwall. Vanderwall got his hot streak going here at Joannes Stadium a week and a half ago. A little over that now. About 11, 12 days ago, hit a big home run, first of the season for him over the right field wall. That one's off the outside of the plate. It's going to be 2-0 now for Vanderwall. McKinley Moore really struggling with getting ahead in the count and putting himself at a big disadvantage thus far, having to try and claw back. The 2-0 now, no outs. Mascarella on first. Misses again. Count's going to be 3-0. And Blaze Maris behind the plate is going to go talk with his starting pitcher, McKinley Moore. He's thrown 8 pitches thus far in this top of the second. 7 of them have been balls. Takes a long conversation with Blaze Maris. And finally, Maris is going to jog back behind the plate right when home plate umpire Gavin Oakley starts to inch over there to maybe tell them to start to wrap it up. Vanderwall going to look at a 3-0. Let's see if he gets the green light. Moore sets and deals. And it's going to miss outside the zone, so 2 walks now. And Moore kind of shooting himself in his own foot. Nobody has reached base on a hit thus far, but 3 base runners have reached via base on balls. Justin Walker, the hero last night for the Rockford Rivets with 3 RBIs, and they won by those 3 runs. That Walker delivered. The 0-0 now, no outs, runners on first and second. Misses outside again. Moore really liking that pitch that just seems to drift on the outside of the strike zone every time. Now it will be Gonzalez, the shortstop, trotting over to have a few words with Moore. He says a few things to Moore. And now Moore will set and deal the 1-0. Misses low in the zone. Nothing falling right now for McKinley Moore. 11th pitch of the inning. 10 of those pitches have been balls. And now the pitching coach for the Bullfrogs will come out and bring in some of the other infielders. Never mind, maybe Aguilar started to come over to also meet on the mound, but instead came over, and that's a cool moment. He's shaking hands with Wyatt Mascarella. Aguilar transferring to St. John's next year after finishing up his stint at JUCO, transferring to St. John's next year. Mascarella just got done with his first year for the Red Storm after transferring himself to St. John's. So Aguilar takes the moment to go over and shake hands with his future teammate. And Moore will set for the 2-0 versus Walker. Misses in the zone, wild pitch, way up and to the backstop. Took a really bad hop on the dirt there, and Moore really frustrated with himself, as you can see. The 6'6", 225-pound sophomore out of Keller, Texas. The count's 3-0 now for Justin Walker. He has 2 in scoring position. He had the same opportunity last night in the top of the third and was able to get a bloop single down the left field line to score both of those runners. The 3-0 for Walker. That one is going to miss outside again, and so the bases will be loaded with no outs for Brennan Reback. Pressure mounting on McKinley Moore. 3 base runners have walked to start this top of the second. Got to be very frustrating for the Arkansas Little Rock Trojan. The 0-0 coming to Reback. Gets the side from Maris. High in the zone. And another ball. 14 pitches this inning, 13 balls. A couple of them have just missed, but a lot of them have missed pretty heavily. Again, misses the plate. 2-0 now. And the Northwoods League now is starting to see why McKinley Moore had such trouble walking batters. That one finds the strike zone. And a sarcastic cheer from the crowd, as maybe a halfway sarcastic cheer. It is his home crowd, but definitely frustrating to see him continue to miss. And there's a foul ball back, and now the count's even at 2-2 for Reback. Trying to finish off on trying to capitalize on the 3 walks to lead off the inning. 2-2 is the count. 0-0 ball game, top of the second, bases loaded, no outs for Brennan Reback. Swings on that one, high foul ball. Brennan Reback batting 7th in the order. Last night, also batted 7th, was 1 for 4, batting .243 on the year. Near the top of the leaderboards in steals this year with 15, but has slowed down in the past week. 2-2. Swings again on that one and fouls it back. So now it's Brennan Reback staying alive in the count, but McKinley Moore is about to throw the 20th pitch of this inning with no outs. And he's going to need to start getting outs quick, or else he puts himself at risk of having to exit this game on a 35 pitch count rule. The 2-2. Outside on the plate. The crowd didn't like it. They wanted a strike call there. Count's going to go full now. Neither pitcher has been really getting that call on the outside of the plate. It happened for Chase Keeter, too, as well. Both starting pitchers still trying to feel out home plate umpire Gavin Oakley's strike zone. The 3-2 from Moore to Reback. Kicks and deals. High in the zone, and he's going to walk home a run. So a little composure shown by Moore to get 2 strikes in that at-bat before a gritty couple swings and foul balls by Reback is going to get 1 home. And the lead for the Rockford Rivets early in this game. First pitch to Joe Butler is in the zone for strike 1. So first time I can remember that Joe Butler has been ahead in a count. Joe Butler playing second, batting 8th in the order. That one's going to be swung on, and a high fly ball right to the first baseman, Damla, for out number 1 of this inning. So a big break there as a pop fly foul out will help out McKinley Moore and the Green Bay Bullfrogs defense handily. After one has already come across the plate this game for the Rivets on a bases-loaded walk. Now it will be Corey Wright, the number 9 hitter, playing first. 0-0 from Moore now. Off the outside of the plate, again, doesn't get the call from home plate umpire Gavin Oakley. Not liking those ones. Right around the edge of what is the outside of the plate for left-handed batters. The 1-0 with 1 out, bases loaded. That one's way off the outside of the plate. There is going to be a play at the plate and a missed throw from Blaze Maris. Rushed it a little too much. Jacob Vanderwall heads up base running, and he's going to score on the wild pitch. And I believe that's what that will be scored as. Definitely something to keep an eye on, whether that does gets scored as a wild pitch or a pass ball. It hit the outside of Blaze Maris's glove. Was a pretty tough play for him to make, and yes, it will go down as a wild pitch. All the other runners will advance. Walker to third, Reback to second, and Corey Wright will see the 2-0 now. Ball outside, count's going to go 3-0, and no action in the bullpen yet for the Bullfrogs, but it might need to start happening soon, as that was the 26th pitch of this inning and only one out for McKinley Moore. The 3-0, low and in the zone for a called strike. Count's going to be 3-1, framed well by catcher Blaze Maris. 27th pitch of the inning for McKinley Moore. The 3-1 to Corey Wright. High and past Corey Wright, and Justin Walker's going to score as it gets by Blaze Maris on the wild pitch. And now some Bullfrogs getting up in the bullpen. A lot of action. So another run comes across the plate. The score's 3-0 in advantage of the Rockford Rivets. Frustration from the Bullfrogs crowd right now. Reback will be on third. Justin Walker, Reback will be on third. Justin Walker just scored. Corey Wright gets to first on the walk. That one is down the strike, and Pat Leffler will get ahead in the count. Next pitch will be the 30th of this top of the second inning for McKinley Moore. That one on the outside of the plate again doesn't get the call. He's had a lot of pitches right on the outside of the plate for left-handed batters. Really trying to get it fall, and Gavin Oakley every time says no way. Breaking ball again, same spot, and the count's 2-1 now with one out for Pat Leffler. 31st pitch of the inning, and now there's some serious work going on in the Green Bay Bullfrogs bullpen. Can't quite see a number yet. The 2-1. Swung and missed by Pat Leffler. Would be a big strikeout here, and it would definitely help out McKinley Moore on the mound if he could get him with the 2-2. Here's the pitch. Low and just misses the zone. Count's going to go full for McKinley Moore versus Pat Leffler. He's going to need to get 2 outs on the next pitch, or else he'll hit 35 and will not be able to come back. Check swing, and an appeal over to the third base ump, Kyle Peters. Kyle Peters says that Leffler did not go. It missed the zone, so it will load the bases. And with that pitch, on the next pitch, it will be the 35th pitch of the second inning. So McKinley Moore's day will be done after this inning, and early accuracy trouble is really hampering the Arkansas Little Rock sophomore. And it's just announced by the PA announcer, pitch number 35 of the inning for McKinley Moore. And Kirk Schreider knows he's going to have to dig into his bullpen now, as McKinley Moore's day will be done. That ball misses. Count's going to be even now at 1-1 for Hal Hughes. Hal Hughes struck out in his first at-bat, looking 1-1. One of the few pitches that was right on the edge that Gavin Oakley called a strike. That one's high, but snagged well by Blaze Maris. McKinley Moore, first appearance for the Bullfrogs this year. Excuse me. Had a sneeze there. Whew. First appearance for the Bullfrogs this year for McKinley Moore. And a nightmarish start, as he's only going to get 2 innings of work in Right now he only has 1 1/3, so he can still get out of this inning. That one's on the inside. Count's going to be 3-1 for McKinley Moore. I don't have a radar gun up here in the visitors' radio press box at Joannes Stadium. I'd love to know how fast he's throwing. But the 3-1 misses, and a bases loaded walk for the second time this inning will score a run. And how long is Kirk Schreider going to let this go on? Mason Template at the plate now. He's going to run up. He's going to have a coach run over there to check on the bullpen. Kirk Schreider seems pretty content in his spot right now. And time called as Alejandro Gonzalez is going to tie his shoe on second. And maybe it's time to buy a little time. Alejandro Gonzalez takes his time tying over there. McKinley Moore. And some sort of gesture made by the man on second, Pat Leffler. Bases loaded right now, 4-0. The Rockford Rivets lead the Green Bay Bullfrogs. First pitch by McKinley Moore against Mason Template is in there for a called strike. You can tell a lot of frustration by this Bullfrogs crowd. The 0-1 to Template. And that one finds the strike zone. So he's ahead 0-2 for the first time today. After maybe Brian Smith just told his guys, don't swing at anything. Now Template has his back against the wall against McKinley Moore trying to get out of this disastrous inning. 0-2 swings on that one. High fly ball going to make its way out of play. Foul down the third base line. 55 pitches on the day for McKinley Moore. 42 on the inning. His day will be done after this inning as he's already gotten over 35. Northwoods League rules state you cannot come back if you throw a 35-pitch inning. That one swung on by Mason Template, and it's going to get down. One run's going to score, and Leffler's going to hold up at third, but it will be an RBI single from Mason Template that scores Corey Wright. And still no movement from Kirk Schreider. The bullpen is pretty heavy. I think Kirk Schreider's just trying to get. And there we go. There's the pitching coach for the Green Bay Bullfrogs coming up and making the call to the bullpen. So a really tough outing for McKinley Moore today. Good eyes by the Rockford Rivets batters, but an absolutely frustrating day. If you are a Bullfrog fan, we're going to tell you about the new pitcher in just a few seconds. But first, let's take a short break. It's 5-0 with one out in the top of the second. And the base is loaded. Ben Kaiser getting the call from the bullpen. For the Bullfrogs, the lefty gets a swing and a miss from Wyatt Mascarella on his first pitch. Lefty Ben Kaiser out of Portage, Michigan, stands 6'3", 205 pounds. Plays his collegiate baseball for the Wolverines in Ann Arbor. At Michigan, high fly ball from Wyatt Mascarella. Going to be deep into center field and off the wall. So Wyatt Mascarella is going to be into second with a double, and he's going to score 1 run, score 2 runs, and Leffler will be thrown out Mason Template thrown out at the plate, but a 2 RBI double nonetheless for Wyatt Mascarella. Not a good jump for Template, as he thought that one was going to be caught by the center fielder, Cooper Morrison. Instead, it gets over Morrison's head almost over 380 feet and a grand slam for Wyatt Mascarella. But the second pitch of the day for Ben Kaiser gets his second out of the inning, but also scores 2 more rivets, and 7 runs have come across the board now, and Jacob Vanderwall will have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. 7-0. The Rivets lead the Bullfrogs. Fouled back on the first pitch for strike 1, something that the starter for the Bullfrogs had trouble with, McKinley Moore. Top of the second here, Wyatt Morrison on second. Jacob Vanderwall at the plate, 2 outs. Swing and fouled back again by Jacob Vanderwall. Ben Kaiser, this year, another Bullfrogs pitcher to make his Rivets debut. Or to make his Bullfrogs debut, McKinley Moore, that experiment for his start didn't turn out so well. Ball just off the plate. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Jacob Vanderwall, not the biggest guy on the team. But standing in with a big opportunity now is the lefty. Ben Kaiser, the 1-2 pitch, swung on, high foul ball. And the inning will continue. Jacob Vanderwall stands 5'10", listed, the shortest listed guy on the roster, 5'10", 185 pounds, originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan. So 2 Michigan guys going at it here at the plate. The 1-2. That one's low and in the dirt, but going to be blocked well by Blaze Maris. But the disaster is over after the throw to first. But a 7-run top of the second. Only 2 hits for the Rockford Rivets. They're up 7-0 going to the bottom second. We'll be right back. back here. It will be Rudy Aguilar to lead off the bottom of the second inning for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. A long wait for Chase Keeter back on the mound. The first pitch by Rudy Aguilar is going to get down there for a hit. Right in between Hal Hughes and Justin Walker at shortstop and third, respectively. So the Bullfrogs are going to need some big answers here. And Aguilar starts off the bottom of the second well. A 7-run top of the second on 50 pitches from the Green Bay Bullfrogs pitching staff, paired together by McKinley Moore and Kaiser. Moore, his final line. 1 hit allowed, 8 walks, and 1 strikeout. 7 earned runs, all against him. That one's going to be another one that's going to get down. The throw across the diamond from Hal Hughes. Eddie Gonzalez swings on the first pitch and again goes to Hal Hughes. Hal Hughes slid and stopped it well, but just had too far of a throw to make. And so an infield single there, and 2 on with no out right now. Cooper Morrison at the plate now. And he has the first big chance for the Bullfrogs to answer the 7-run top of the second by the Rockford Rivets. Good crowd has made their way out here on a Sunday afternoon. He shows bunt, goes off the outside of the plate for a ball. Keeter, only 3 pitches thrown this inning. Cooper Morrison again shows bunt, and it's fouled back. So the Rockford Rivets, they scored 3 runs yesterday. 4 runs yesterday, 0 runs the day before, and 3 runs the day before that, and 0 runs the day before that. So in their past 4 games, Keeter gets the bunt from Cooper Morrison, so they will advance 2 runners in scoring position now on the sacrifice bunt by Cooper Morrison. Aguilar on third, Gonzalez on second. A little small ball. Colin Ludy will take to the plate now. Ludy did not play in the game against the Rivets yesterday. Has seen the Rivets before this season, though. Northern Kentucky playing second base today for the Bullfrogs. First at-bat of the day for Ludy. The 0-0 from Keeter. Finds the strike zone. Called strike by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley. Gavin Oakley had to call a lot of balls last inning. A lot of them coming off the hand of starting pitcher McKinley Moore. 7 earned runs allowed. His day is done. His first start in a Bullfrogs uniform. Not going the way he wants it. That one's on the inside of the plate. Called strike again. Looked about the same spot where McKinley Moore was hitting some of his balls, but the difference here is those pitches were on the outside for left-handed batters a lot of the times when McKinley was throwing them. This time it was on the inside part of the plate for the right-handed Colin Ludy. And enough for Gavin Oakley to call a strike. The count is 0-2 for Ludy. Does not want to strike out in this opportunity. It takes away the sacrifice fly and hit for the Bullfrogs. That one's off the outside of the plate. Snagged well by Mascarella. Counts 1-2 now. Thank you all for joining us here at Joannes Stadium. Rockford Rivets on the road. They'll be back home tomorrow, halfway to Christmas at Rivets Stadium, June 25th. The 1-2 swung on and fouled back by Ludy. 9th pitch of the inning by Chase Keeter, 10th pitch upcoming. Ludy, big at-bat here. Runners on second and third. 7-0 Rockford Rivets leading the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Breaking ball in the dirt. And blocked well by Wyatt Mascarella. Tried to get the tag on Luddy. Ends up having to throw to Corey right over on first, but home plate was covered well. And now, after a clutch strikeout by Chase Keeter, he'll look at Alejandro Gonzalez with 1 out. It's Eddie Gonzalez on second. The 0-0 pitch is right down Broadway for strike one. 0-1 count, 2 outs, bottom of the second. Runners on second and third for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Alejandro Gonzalez at the dish, 7-0 lead for the Rockford Rivets. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball is going to hit foul down the third baseline. And right to Brock Martin sitting in the dugout. He gets the day off today after a good show yesterday from the Texas Tech outfielder. 0-2. Alejandro Gonzalez, one of the few international players in the Northwoods League altogether, originally from Venezuela. Going to see the 0-2 now. Swung on, and it's going to be right to Hal Hughes at short. He has a chance to get out of this inning, and the throw is on point. So a little bit of a jam for Chase Keeter, but he gets out of it, and the Rockford Rivets lead the Green Bay Bullfrogs 7-0. We will be right back. Back here at Joannes Stadium, it will be Ben Kaiser to come back on the mound for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. First appearance in a Bullfrogs uniform after finishing up his spring season at the University of Michigan. And he'll see a fellow Big Ten player, Justin Walker, the Indiana Hoosier, to start off the top of the third inning here. 7-0, all runs coming in the second inning for the Rockford Rivets. The 0-0 to start off that at bat, and it goes in the strike zone for Justin Walker, called strike. 43-pitch inning, last inning for the starter McKinley Moore. And then Kaiser was able to come on and get the final 2 outs in just 7 pitches. Ball low in the dirt there. Counts 1-1. Let's take a look at the Northwoods League scoreboard. Lakeshore and Battle Creek are playing. Breaking ball finds the strike zone there. Counts 1-2 now for Justin Walker versus Ben Kaiser. In the top of the 6th inning between Battle Creek and Lakeshore, Battle Creek leads 5-0. The 1-2 is high in the zone. Count's going to be 2-2 now. And about to start in Michigan right now, Kalamazoo and Madison. The 2-2 is swung on and fouled back, so Walker stays alive. Last time up, he was part of the mirage of walks. Was able to get on base. and later score in that last inning. The 2-2 again stays alive and fouls it back. Not every pitch from these Bullfrogs pitchers has been a ball, but they've done a tremendous job of when they do have 2 strikes and they can't go down looking, swinging and making just enough contact to stay alive. And there's going to be a hit right to the shortstop, Gonzalez. Gonzalez fields cleanly and throws to Damla just in time for out number 1. 6-3 ground out to start off the inning. And now Brennan Reback back up to the plate. He walked and later scored as well. I feel like I'm going to be repeating myself a lot for a lot of this game because a lot of these guys were part of the mirage of walks. In the North Division, currently going on right now, the Rochester Honkers are beating the Eau Claire Express 2-0 in Rochester. Ball there to start off Reback's at bat as he showed bunt and pulled back. 1-0 count with 1 out, nobody on here for the Rivets in the top of the 7th. They lead 7-0. St. Cloud Rocks are up in Canada and they lead the Thunder Bay Border Cats 4-0. That one's just a little chin music for Brennan Reback. Almost got him in the face there, but he ducks that one for ball 2 of this at bat. And now a 2-0 from the lefty Kaiser to Reback. Swung on, fouled back, just nicked it. Did the rising sophomore at Central Arizona. Going to be the 2-1. Low and outside, probably more low than it was outside. Reback says a few things to the umpire. Looked more like a quick question for Gavin Oakley behind the plate. The 3-1 now. Swings on that one, and it's down the first baseline, but just foul. So now the count's going to be full. But a gritty at-bat here from Reback, trying not to strike out, and at the very least, be able to do what his teammate, Justin Walker, did and put the ball in play. The 3-2 on the outside, and the home plate umpire, Gavin Oakley, says he went. Brennan Reback disagrees, but nonetheless, a strikeout there. And Wyatt Mascarella, Joe Butler. They both got the flow coming out of the back of their helmet, so I misinterpreted the color of that flow. Joe Butler's blonde, Wyatt Mascarella as a brown flow. The 0-0 coming to Butler. Swings on the first pitch down the first baseline, but just cut it enough so it curves and goes foul. Butler actually was one of the few Rivets to not be part of that 7-inning run. In the midst of it all, he was the only out that McKinley Moore could get, and now he grounds right out to Colin Ludy on second for the final out of the inning. So Kaiser does a good job reining it in after the 7-run outburst. We'll be back as the Bullfrogs get back to work in just a few seconds. Keeter will start off the bottom of the third inning here, up 7-0. And we'll throw to Jake Munoz. A great breaking ball finds the strike zone. Munoz, last time up, flied out to center field. Let's see what he can do this time around. Yesterday was 1 for 3 and scored the only run of the day as he fouls that one back. And now he's going to be behind 0-2 to Chase Keeter. Batting .262 on the year. 2 walks and a strikeout yesterday for Jake Munoz, the future San Francisco Don. Ball on the inside, first ball of the at-bat. Count's going to be 1-2 now, no outs, nobody on. 7-0 lead for the Rockford Rivets over the Green Bay Bullfrogs. That one just misses the zone. Count's going to be 2-2 now. Last night, Brian Smith made a big gamble when he put in Nolan Gazowski for the save opportunity, up 4-1 against the Bullfrogs. Breaking ball there and a swing and a miss from Jake Munoz. And the first strikeout of this inning for Chase Keeter. Like I said, Nolan Gazowski came on with the score at 4-1, save opportunity in the bottom of the 9th. Only a week and a half ago, he was the pitcher to start the comeback weekly hit ball. Justin Walker will get a chance to run up and field it and throw, and it will be safe. Corey Wright thought he got the tag. What happened was it was a little bit high for Corey Wright. He brought it down and tried to tag Blaze Maris, and we'll see if that gets credit as an error to Justin Walker. Looked to me like it probably was a hit, but we'll see what the official scorer says, as I'm not in the same room here as the official scorer, so I have to wait for an update on the live feed, and it's going to be scored as a single. It was a pretty tough play for Justin Walker to make. And now he's going to go over and get a little medical treatment. Something was of discomfort to him, but going to work out just fine. Adrian Damla at the plate now. Walked in his first plate appearance today. Yesterday was 1 for 3 with a strikeout, .267 on the year for the UC Irvine outfielder, but playing, UC Irvine infielder, originally from La Crescenta, California. Bats from the left side, sophomore, low in the dirt for ball 1. 41st pitch of the the afternoon for Chase Keeter. Now the 1-0. Swing and a miss there. Foul tipped right actually off the glove of Blaze Maris. Not Blaze Maris, Wyatt Mascarella. Here's the 1-1. That one misses in the dirt. Counts 2-1. Good Sunday afternoon crowd here in Titletown. The last time, barring a playoff game where Green Bay high fly ball to right center field, Reback's tracking, and he gets it. Good wheels from the Central Arizona Vaquero out there in center field to be able to track that one down and get out number 2. Blaze Maris has to go back to first. Like I was saying, unless the Bullfrogs host a playoff game in which the Rivets come to Joannes Stadium, it will be the last time, this game right now, the last time the Rockford Rivets will play a baseball game at Joannes Stadium. Plans are in full swing for a new baseball stadium for the Green Bay Bullfrogs, new location and all, and it will be completed next year. Swung on that one after the first pitch is a strike. That one's fouled back, counts 0-2 with 2 outs. many excited members of the staff and fans for the new stadium next year, but nonetheless still finishing up this year at historic Joannes Stadium. Of course, right when I say that, mention the history behind the stadium. There's also a lot of wear and tear on it. Breaking ball fouled back off the leg of Mahalik, who's at the plate right now. Count's going to stay 1-2, 2 outs here, runner on first. Just like I said, there's a lot of wear and tear at Joannes Stadium. Last time we were here a week and a half ago, the scoreboard was glitching out and was not able to finish the game. And just then, every once in a while, it does have a glitch as well. That's a high fly ball to right field, and it's going to be over the wall. So Mahalik hits a home run, and a big strike back by the Green Bay Bullfrogs, and helps bring this crowd alive a little bit. And Mahalik will maybe start to fuel some action from these Green Bay Bullfrogs bats. That one was hit well, and pretty much a no-doubter as Jacob Vanderwall out there in right field kind of turned around, took a few steps at it, but no more. And the crowd here has come alive. Probably about 350 feet on that home run, and a ball to start off Rudy Aguilar's at-bat. Let's see how Keeter responds to the home run allowed. That one misses, so he's thrown 2 straight balls after that 2-out home run from Riley Mahalik. Mahalik yesterday was 1 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Breaking ball finds the strike zone there. Keeter trying to reel it back in. Mahalik, originally from Churchville, Pennsylvania, goes to Rider University now. 6'2", 230, one of the bigger guys on this team. Fouled back by Aguilar. Count's going to be 2-2. Definitely one of the guys that can pack the biggest pop for the Bullfrogs. The 2-2 fouled back again. So now, after in the top of the second, the Rivets bats were fighting to stay alive. It's now the Bullfrogs bats who are doing a great job staying alive against Keeter. That was Mihalik's first home run of the year. And that ball goes low. Count's going to be 3-2. So congratulations to him for getting his first home run and his 13th hit of the year. The 3-2. And that's going to miss the strike zone. And it will be Rudy Aguilar walking to first. So, again, a man on first with 2 outs. Last time this happened, it was the 2-run shot just a few moments ago from Mahalik. Let's see if Eddie Gonzalez can muster up some more Bullfrog magic. (7-2) ball game here. High scoring affair already. That one looks to be down there for a hit. And Aguilar will boogie all the way to third. The play at third, no doubt. And so Aguilar gets to third, and Eddie Gonzalez with a one-pitch signal, with a one-pitch single, and all sorts of trouble now for Brian Smith and the Rivets. He's going to stay tight in the bullpen. Wyatt Mascarella will say a few words to Chase Keeter, his pitcher, as only 2 hits for the Rivets, but they still lead 7-2. The Bullfrogs trying to muster up something to get back in this game. Blocked well by Cooper Morrison. Enough for Eddie Gonzalez to go over there on first, but not enough for Morrison to make the throw. So Eddie Gonzalez will get to first. Probably will go down as a wild pitch. The 1-0 now. and swung on by Morrison. High foul ball. And it will go foul. Morrison, his last time up, dropped a sack bunt. Swings this one, and it will go right to the second baseman, Joe Butler, who will field and throw to first for out number 3. But the Bullfrogs show some life on offense. They're back in this game at 7-2 going into the 4th. Corey Wright will lead off the top of the 4th for the Rockford Rivets. Last time up, he was part of the mirage of McKinley Moore walks. And that one's right on the inside, and he just dodges that one. Had to do a little matrix move to get out of it. On the spin, count's going to be 1-0. Kaiser back out there for the Bullfrogs on the mound. Makes contact with that one, does Corey Wright. Right to the second baseman, Ludi, who throws to first for a quick 2-pitch ground out. Kaiser has reined it in for the Rivets ever since McKinley Moore had that rough top of the second inning where he walked 8. Rockford Rivets only struck out 1, allowed 7 earned runs. And now Leffler, the leadoff man, will step to the plate. That one is on the inside, but called strike there by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley. The 0-1 now to Leffler. That one's in the dirt. And kind of looked for a second like it hit off the elbow of the catcher Blaze Maris and up and away. But looks like he's all right. Count's going to be even now at 1-1. The 1-1. That one finds the strike zone. On the breaking ball. Just slots in there. And Pat Leffler, who does not have an at-bat as he walked in both of his previous plate appearances, will see the 1-2. That one's in the dirt. He doesn't bite. Count's going to be even now at 2-2. One out here, top of the 4th inning. Rockford Rivets lead the Green Bay Bullfrogs 7-2. The 2-2 from Kaiser to Leffler. And that one right down Main Street for strike number 3. And Ben Kaiser with a big strikeout on his afternoon, his 3rd of the day. So McKinley Moore struggling to start the game, had to leave after only 1 1/3 innings of work. But since then, it's been Kaiser suffocating the Rockford Rivets bats. That one's fouled back by Hal Hughes to start his at-bat. Hal Hughes struck out looking and also walked in his last at-bat. Walked and later scored. That ball is going to miss high and away. Counts even at 1-1 now for the LSU shortstop. Here's the 1-1. That one's low in the zone. Gonna miss. Called ball by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley. Counts 2-1 now. Final game of the regular season in Green Bay for the Rivets, and Hughes makes contact with that one. High fly ball. And the second baseman, Alejandro Gonzalez, is all over it for out number 3. So Kaiser has been sending people up and sending people down. Let's see if Keeter can do the same in the bottom of the 4th. We'll be right back. Colin Ludy to lead up the bottom of the 4th for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. They had a good bottom of the 3rd and a strike to start off the at-bat by Ludy against Keeter. That was his 61st pitch of the afternoon. No action right now in the Rivets bullpen. The 0-1 again finds the strike zone on a breaking ball. Nice pitch there from Keeter to get Ludy looking. Ludy thus far today, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. The 0-2 swings, makes contact with that one down the third baseline, and Justin Walker is going to get the error. That one just could not be handled by Justin Walker. Pretty routine play for the Indiana third baseman, but isn't able to make it. And jaywalk with the E5. And very uncharacteristic play by Walker, but nonetheless it will be Alejandro Gonzalez now with a man on first and no outs. The 0-0 swings on that one again. Jaywalk's going to get another chance. Fields this one cleanly. Throw to second, throw to first, and he got them both. So Jaywalk makes up for it with the 5-4-3 double play for the Rockford Rivets, and now nobody on with 2 outs. Alejandro Gonzalez, 1 pitch, double play ball, perfect, right to Justin Walker for a little shot at redemption. So Chase Keeter's 65th pitch of the day coming. That one's the first ball of this inning for him after he only has thrown 5 pitches. Munoz 0 for 2 today at the plate now. Struck out swinging his last time up. The 1-0. Again low in the zone. 2-0 now for Munoz. A big hitter's count for the future San Francisco outfielder. The 2-0. Swung on. Hot ball down the first baseline. But goes foul. And right to the man protecting the Green Bay Bullfrogs pen. With these bullpens that are on the field, they have to have somebody step up to be protecting the pitcher warming up. And that is a good ball to remind me that there is a pitcher in there getting ready to go. Counts 3-1 now with 2 outs as that ball misses. And 1 ball away from a walk for Keeter. That one just clips the bottom of the zone for a called strike. Counts full now for Jake Munoz. I don't have a number on the man in the bullpen right now. When I do, I'll get it to you. Looks like he might take over the reins next inning. Swung on there by Munoz. Fouled back down the left field line. For the pitching staff for the Bullfrogs, Moore had a tough go of it. Walked 8 batters and allowed 7 runs to come across the plate. Ever since then, Kaiser has stepped in on the mound. That ball's going to be low, so a payoff pitch walk for Chase Keeter. Struggling a little bit to find his accuracy today. Nonetheless, his only slip has been a 2-run home run to right field. And it scored Blaze Maris. Riley Mihalik was the one to hit it. The first home run by a Bullfrog at Joannes Stadium this year. Not necessarily a strong pitcher's park or hitter's park. Kind of in that medium territory. And the 0-0 now with 2 outs. That one's on the inside. Maris, last time he was up, he had a bloop single that went right to Walker. Walker threw it a little bit high for Corey Wright, and he was able to get the infield single, as he might have been safe anyway. That one's low in the zone. Keeter having some real trouble now, reining in his pitches. And now a 2-0 upcoming with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's the pitch. That one finds the strike zone for Keeter. Counts now 2-0. So Blaze Maris, the first run of the day for the Bullfrogs at the plate now. Grandson of Roger Maris. Birthday yesterday. The 2-1. Swings on that one. Fouls it off his own calf. Count's going to be even now at 2-2 with 2 outs. Right now, 2 runs on 5 hits for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. The other way, 7 runs on 2 hits for the Rockford Rivets. Also 1 error for the Rivs. The 2-2. Swung on right up the middle. Joe Butler will field cleanly. Toss to Hal Hughes for the fielder's choice 4-6. And we will be right back. Another pitching change for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Justin Bureau on the mound now. One appearance thus far, and it came just 4 days ago against Kalamazoo. Started the game through 5 2/3 innings against the Red Hot Growlers, allowed 5 runs on 10 hits, struck out 6, and walked 2. So the ERA, not friendly right now, 7.24. But if you take into account that it was the Kalamazoo Growlers, and it was only one game and 5 2/3 innings pitched, then really sort of unproven is Justin Bureau. Here's the first pitch of the day, and it will be a strike in there against Mason Template. Last time up, Template singled to left field and scored Corey Wright, but then he was thrown out on the double by Wyatt Mascarella, thrown out at home. So that ball misses, and now the count's 1-1. No outs here. Template up at the plate. 1 for 2 today. That one's low in the zone. Going to be a ball there. Score 7-2. Rockford over Green Bay. Justin Bureau, the new pitcher on the mound, stands 6'3", 180 pounds, throws with his right hand. That one misses outside. Now it's a 3-1. Justin Bureau, not a lot of accuracy issues thus far this season in the one appearance, only 2 walks. Let's see what he does with the 3-1 pitch versus the first batter he sees. And misses outside, and it will be a walk from Mason Template. So a 5-pitch walk. Got a strike on his first pitch, but then 4 straight walks. And now it will be Wyatt Mascarella at the plate for the Rivets. Mascarella had a big 2 RBI double, almost got a third. If Template had a little bit more of a jump on it, he would have got it. The 0-0 with no outs now and a runner on first, low in the zone for ball 1. Mascarella on the day, 1 for 1, walked in his first at bat. And rips this one into shallow left center field for a base hit. So Template on second now. Mascarella, have yourself a day. He's 2 for 2 with a walk. Now it will be Jacob Vanderwall at the plate. He's hit a home run at this ballpark. Let's see what he can do with 2 on and no out. Walked in his first at-bat, struck out in his second at-bat. He was the second run to score in the 7-run top of the second inning for the Rockford Rivets. Sees a strike there on the outside of the plate. Count goes to 0-1 on him. Justin Bureau walked to put Mason Template on, then Wyatt Mascarella with a single off of Bureau. Now he's got 2 on with no outs in his first inning of work here. Swung on by Jacob Vanderwall, going to be to shallow center field. Cooper Morrison's not even going to have to move. And right into his glove for the first out of the top of the 5th inning. Now it will be Jaywalk up at the plate. Errored in the bottom of the 4th, but the next pitch came right to him as well. Off the bat of one of the Bullfrogs, and he turned it into a 5-4-3 double play. That one's in there for a strike on Jaywalk from Justin Bureau, the 10th pitch of his inning and his outing. 0-1, 1 out. Runners on second and third. Long pause and check on Template from Bureau, but throws the pitch, goes outside of the zone, counts 1-1 now. Bureau, originally from Orange, California, stands 6'3", 180 pounds, out of Ave Maria University. Going to be a senior there next year, one of the older guys on this team. Again off the plate for ball 2. A lot of this game is where Kirk Schreider can put pitchers that he feels fairly confident in, but down 7-2, the pressure's more on the bats. If the bats can get back into it, then that's great. But he can test out guys that he wants to just see more work from, especially in situations where you kind of have your back against the wall. Like this one right now, down 7-2 in the top of the 5th. The 3-1 from Bureau to Walker. And it's going to be off the outside of the plate. Template was going to be into third safely. He got a great jump on that for the steal, but it doesn't matter because Bureau will walk the bases full for Brennan Reback. Reback struck out in his last at-bat, walked in his first at-bat in the top of the 2nd. Later scored as well. He got credited with the RBI walk as he scored Wyatt Mascarell, who's on 2nd right now. The 0-0 to Reback. Right down Main Street for strike 1. Struck out on a check swing. He didn't think he went. Home plate umpire Gavin Oakley said he did. And now he's going to see the 0-1 with 1 out. Time called by Gavin Oakley. Bases loaded right now. 1 out. 0-1 count. And a 7-2 lead for the Rockford Rivets and Brennan Reback at the plate. The 0-1. And called strike. Delayed call by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley. Took a long time to throw his finger to the side in a striking signal. 0-2 now to Reback. Bureau kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and a rare 2-strikeout game for Brennan Reback. Not happy with himself as he walks to the dugout, and now Joe Butler with a chance. Flied out in foul territory his first time up. Grounded out to the second baseman, Colin Ludy, in his most recent at-bat. 2 outs here, bases loaded. First pitch of the at-bat for Joe Butler. Cranks it high and deep to right field, but the right fielder, Jake Munoz, all over that one. So out of the bases loaded jam with no damage is Justin Bureau. But the Rivets defense will be back in action in just a few seconds. Chase Keeter back on the mound for the Rockford Rivets. 4 innings of work for him thus far and 2 earned runs allowed. Ball low on Adrian Damla. To start off, Damla's first at bat at the bottom of the 5th here. Called strike there. Damla 0 for 1. Walked in his first at bat, flied out in his most recent at bat. The 1-1 just off the plate. Count's going to be 2-1 now for Chase Keeter versus Adrian Damla. The 2-1 swung on, high foul ball behind home plate here. Damla stands 6 foot, 190 pounds from La Crescenta, California. The 2-2 swings on that one, high fly ball, and trouble tracking it down is Justin Walker. But Jaywalk makes the play. He lost it in the sun for a hot second there, I think. But recovers and makes the play. And the first out of the inning on the leadoff batter, Adrian Damla. Tough ball there. Looked like it was going to fall in just the perfect spot for Damla to get on base, but instead, good adjustment made by Walker at the last minute. And now a 1-0 pitch from Keeter to Riley Mihalik. Mihalik hit the 2-run shot that put the 2 spot on the board for the Bullfrogs in the bottom of the 3rd. Another high fly ball from Mihalik on a 2-0 pitch. But it will be Mason Template coming in and making a routine fly out. The sun is causing a little bit of problems. As you can see on the last 2 outs, they've had a little trouble with it, but the bottom line is they've probably had much worse, and no matter what, their job is to really catch the ball no matter what the conditions are, if it's possible for them. Rudy Aguilar at the plate now. Aguilar walked in his most recent at-bat, sees a strike there to start off his 3rd time at the plate. Single to left field in his first at-bat, so he's reached base both times today. Fouls that one back. And counts 0-2 now for Rudy Aguilar, the future St. John's outfielder. Excuse me, he's an infielder. And a high fly ball there, and maybe a chance for the first baseman, Corey Wright, running over into the Green Bay Bullfrogs bullpen. And had trouble again tracking that one down. Luckily, it was in foul territory for the Rivets. But nonetheless, will be another 0-2 pitch from Keeter to Aguilar. 2 St. John's guys right next to each other there. Hopefully they'll have fun playing with each other out on the East Coast, but until then, they're against each other in the 0-2 pitch. Aguilar makes good contact with that one, but it's going to be a high fly ball for Brennan Reback and into his glove for out number 3. Another quick work inning for Chase Keeter. We'll be right back for the top of the 6th. Another pitching change for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. It will be number 19, Zach Auten, originally out of Marrero, Louisiana. Throws from the left side, wears a nice red glove, probably in tune with the colors of his college, Nicholls State. I believe they're red and blue, silver, gray, something like that. And now he will see Corey Wright in his first at-bat. No stranger to the Rockford Rivets. Appeared in the last series these two teams played on June 13th. Threw 3 1/3 innings. Allowed 1 run on 3 hits. And struck out 2 while walking nobody. Let's see what he does. The 0-0 versus Corey Wright, the number 9 hitter. First ball goes a bit outside. For ball 1, count is uneven at 1-0. No outs. Here's the pitch from Auten. Swung on by Corey Wright, foul down the first baseline. Right by Jimmy Burnett over there. Relief pitcher for the Rivets, be the first base coach today. Leadoff man Pat Leffler on deck, but first, the number 9 hitter will see the 1-1 pitch. That one's on the inside. Just missed the hands of Corey Wright. Count's going to be 2-1 now. Corey Wright walked and later scored in his first at-bat. Grounded out to Colin Ludy in his most recent at-bat. The 2-1 now. Big slider and a swing and a miss from Corey Wright. Count's even now at 2-2. Justin Bureau had a good inning of work last inning, but did load the bases. Got himself out of the jam, didn't allow a run, and a swing and a miss there for strike 3 on Corey Wright. So a frustrating day for the Mercer Bear, and now will be Pat Leffler for his 4th at-bat of the game. Has 2 walks and a strikeout. So a mixed bag of results from him thus far. Take a look at the Northwoods League scoreboard. Battle Creek and Lakeshore top of the 9th. Lakeshore with their last chance, down 5-2 to the Bombers. Swing and a miss on a slider there. Lakeshore will come to Rockford tomorrow and play a 2-game series against the Rivets. First one in Rockford, and then on Tuesday night, it'll be in Mequon. Another strike there. Counts 0-2 after a swing and a miss and a called strike with 1 out here, nobody on for Zach Auten. Other games in the South Division, the big one, Madison and Kalamazoo, all knotted up at 2 at Homer Stryker Field in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The 0-2 right down the first base line will be fielded well by Aguilar, throws across the diamond, and a great defensive play by Aguilar to field the opposite side of the field grounder for the lefty Leffler and make the play over to first. Domley received it just in time. Leffler not the fastest guy, not your usual leadoff guy, but Brian Smith showing with his recent batting orders that he wants speed throughout the lineup. Hal Hughes, one of the fastest guys on this team, batting second. Also, when you take a look at this lineup, Template can boogie a little bit. He's third. Vanderwall has good base running knowledge. So does Walker and Reback. They're 5, 6, 7. And Corey Wright as well at the 9 spot can run. Called strike there. Counts even at 1-1. Wisconsin Rapids and the Wisconsin Woodchucks about to get going up at Athletic Park in Wausau. That one's inside on Hal Hughes. Counts 2-1 now. Hal Hughes 0 for 2 today with a flyout, a strikeout, and a walk. In the North Division, Rochester leads Eau Claire 2-1, top of the 7th. Bottom of the 8th in Canada, St. Cloud leads Thunder Bay 5-0. 2-1. Good contact from Hal Hughes, but it's a line drive right into the glove of Adrian Damla. And that will be all for the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. See if Keeter comes back on the mound in 90 seconds. Chase Keeter's day is done in a Rivets uniform today in his 4th start of the season. Good outing from Keeter. Final line for him, 5 innings pitched. 5 hits allowed, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts, and 3 walks. First pitch from JT Baksha is by Eddie Gonzalez for strike 1. Baksha on the year has had 6 appearances. 0-1, swing and a miss there on the big breaking ball, lefty on lefty matchup right here. 1-1 record for Baksha, 5.17 ERA. Doesn't really tell the whole story. Struggled against Lakeshore, gave up 4 earned runs there. That one swings and fouls back. He, in 2 2/3 innings pitched, had 4 earned runs against Lakeshore. Also gave up 3 earned runs against Lakeshore in 2 2/3 innings. A different time. Both of those were in Capco Park. And then his only other appearance where he has allowed earned runs was in his most recent outing on June 20th. Against the Madison Mallards, top of the 14th inning, came on and allowed 2 Mallards to score. But other than that, he has had 3 appearances where he has not allowed a run. He threw 2 1/3 innings against Green Bay and didn't even allow a hit. In that time, struck out 4 and walked 2. Struck out 2 and walked 2. Another foul ball back by Eddie Gonzalez. He's staying alive in this count, 0-2. Swing and a miss there, and so a strikeout to start JT Baksha's afternoon. Near the top of the hour, almost 3 o'clock. Good weather game here in Green Bay. Titletown, 76 degrees, sunny. And now Cooper Morrison steps up to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 6th, trying to get something going for his offense. It was a 2-run home run by Riley Mihalik. That is the only run of this game thus far. Baksha taking over on the mound out of Western Illinois. The Leatherneck, 1-1 record on the year. Got the loss a few days ago against the Madison Mallards. There's a swing and a miss. Just a little bit of contact made, actually, so it is a little bit of a foul ball. Nonetheless, count goes to 0-2 for Baksha. Originally out of Oswego, Illinois. One of the many Illinois natives on this Rockford team. 6'1", 190 pounds. The 0-2. Cooper Morrison thought about it, didn't go. Just missed the zone, to the displeasure of Gavin Oakley, the home plate umpire. 1-2 now with one out. Breaking ball swung on, and it's going to get down the right field line for a base hit, and that's going to be all. Jacob Vanderwall right over it, but it is a little bit of a hit for the Green Bay Bullfrogs and something to maybe get this offense going. Now the righty Colin Ludy will step up to the plate for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. 0 for 2 today is Ludy. Reached on an error by Justin Walker in his most recent at-bat in the bottom of the fourth, and struck out in the first time he met Chase Keeter this afternoon. The 0-0 to start his at-bat with a runner on first. Morrison's going. The throw from Mascarella will not be in time. That's Joe Butler over there on second. Just missed the tag on Cooper Morrison, so one pitch steal. I didn't quite catch and see if it was in there for a strike or not. It was in there for a strike. But a stolen base, and Cooper Morrison in scoring position with one out. The 0-1. That one misses high, counts 1-1 now. 10 strikeouts on the year for Baksha to 6 walks. So a 2-to-1 K to walk ratio. Here's the 1-1. Check swing. Blocked well by Wyatt Mascarella. But a ball nonetheless. Count goes 2-1. Runner on second. One out here. First inning of relief for JT Baksha, taking over for Chase Keeter after he put in 5 innings of work and only allowed 2 runs. The 2-1. Kicks and deals. Breaking ball right down the middle. Counts even now 2-2 with one out. First batter of the inning. Eddie Gonzalez went down on strikes. Cooper Morrison got on with a single to right field. Now Colin Ludy at the plate with Morrison on second after he stole second on the first pitch. Six hits for the Bullfrogs, 2 runs. And the 2-2 upcoming from Baksha to Ludy. Long pause from Baksha. Now he kicks and deals. Swung on and just got enough of it as Ludy to foul it back. Ludy out of Wisconsin, the only Wisconsin native on this Green Bay team from Milwaukee. 5'10", 175-pound junior out of Northern Kentucky. The 2-2 swung on, again hits it in exactly the same spot and fouled back. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Rivets lead the Bullfrogs 7-2. JT Baksha out here, his first inning of relief for the Rockford Rivets. Top of the hour now, 3 o'clock. This game started an hour and 55 minutes ago. The 2-2 swung on and missed, and so Ludy will strike out. Big swing and a miss there. Baksha and Ludy were battling that at back, but Baksha gets the better of Ludy And now the third base coach will come over and say a few words to his shortstop, Alejandro Gonzalez. Gonzalez, out of Venezuela, goes to Hillsborough Community College. 5'10", 185-pound freshman. Third base coach for the Bullfrogs has a long conversation with Gonzalez and just lets him go into the batter's box now. Cooper Morrison still on second after reaching on a single and stealing second. The 0-0 with 2 outs coming from Baksha to Gonzalez. That one's low in the zone for a ball to start off his at-bat. Final game of the regular season for the Rivets in Green Bay. They will meet in over a month back in Rockford for their final matchup of the season. I'm sure a lot will have shaken out by then, and one team or both teams might be playing some very important games at that point. But right now, the 2-0. That one's on the inside of the strike zone, called strike. As we take a look at the Northwoods League standings, it's Rockford in 4th place. If the season ended today, which, you know, it's a long way, but we are over a third of the way through the season. If the season ended today, the Rivets would make the playoffs and travel to Madison to face their I-39 rivals, the Mallards, and the number 1 seed. But currently in Kalamazoo, Michigan, the first place spot in the South Division is being battled for. The 2-1 just misses the zone. Count's going to be 3-1 now for Alejandro Gonzalez versus JT Baksha. The 3-2 pitch right to Hal Hughes and make the grab, Mr. LSU Tiger, to get out of the inning. The defensive stalwart with a diving play to his left side. He's going to have a lot of dirt on his jersey, but I'll tell you what, there's still a 2 on the scoreboard for the Bullfrogs. We'll be right back. Mason Template will lead off the top of the 7th inning here. We're over 2 hours of game time in Green Bay, Titletown, Wisconsin. Last game for the Rivets here in Green Bay in the regular season. First pitch to Mason Template from Zach Otten is outside for ball one. Also a little low there. Only 3 hits for the Rivets today, but an 8-walk top of the second for starting pitcher for the Bullfrogs, McKinley Moore, is the difference right now. That one finds the strike zone. Looks like a similar spot as the last pitch, but I guess just a little bit closer into the strike zone. Counts even at 1-1. Rivets back in action tomorrow. Swing and a miss there for Mason Template. Counts goes 1-2. Rivets back in action tomorrow as they host the Lakeshore Chinooks in a home-and-home series halfway to Christmas night tomorrow night, and then they'll take to the road, only an hour and a half away to Mequon, Wisconsin. The 1-2 just misses the zone. Count goes 2-2. Big matchup in the South Division between the Madison Mallards and the Kalamazoo Growlers. Last update is 4-3 Madison over Kalamazoo. That one is a big hit from Mason Template and a snag by the right fielder, Jake Munoz. Maybe robbed a home run there as he was on the warning track and had to jump to make the grab. Don't know if that trajectory of the ball would have got over the right field wall, but it was a big hit by Mason Template. And a good catch by Jake Munoz. Now Wyatt Mascarella up at the plate. He's having a really good day thus far. Walked to start off the 7-run top of the second. Doubled also in that inning to bring home 2 runs. Sees the ball there to start off his at-bat, and then in his more recent at-bat, got a single. So out of the 3 hits for the Rivets today, he has 2 of them. The 1-0 to Mascarella from Otten. Low in the zone, counts 2-0 now. The 2-0 with 1 out now. From Otten to Mascarella. That one finds the strike zone for the first called strike of this at-bat. Counts 2-1. Long pause from Otten. Got the red gloves, sporting pants all the way down to his shoes. Kicks and deals. That one finds the strike zone. Counts now even at 2-2. So 2 balls to start off this at-bat, but Mascarella has fought his way back after looking at 2 called strikes. And Otten will pitch the 2-2. Breaking ball gets Mascarella to swing. And so a shaky start to that at-bat with the 2 balls, but Mascarella will not reach base for the first time today. Jacob Vanderwall now with 2 outs. Got the day off yesterday. Has walked, struck out, and flied out today. The 0-0 to start off his 4th plate appearance of the afternoon. Into the zone for a called strike 1. Count will be 0-1 with 2 outs. Vanderwall, like I said, got the off day yesterday. But coming into today has been on a tear this past week. Breaking ball there. And he swings and misses at that one. Counts 0-2. Battle Creek really was able to tame Vanderwall with a lot of breaking balls. A lot of off-speed stuff that Vanderwall couldn't get good contact to. Only got 1 hit in that series, but coming into that series, he was all over every pitcher that he faced. The ball inside there. Count goes 1-2. Vanderwall spent his freshman year at Ohio State, then transferred to Central Arizona, where he spent this last year with Rivets teammate Brennan Reback. The 1-2 makes good contact with that one, and it's going to get by the first baseman, Damla. I believe that'll be credited as a hit. It was a pretty hot ground ball. right by Damla, and yes, it will be credited as a hit. Damla had a pretty minuscule chance of getting that one, as it took one skip in the dirt right in front of him and was a little bit to his left for a single, 2-out single by Justin Walker, or by Jacob Vanderwall. Now it's Justin Walker at the plate. He sees the 0-0 from Aten. That one's a little high in the zone. Count's going to be 1-0. Walker last night, 3 RBIs, 0 for 1 today with 2 walks. Did score on one of his walks eventually. Makes contact with that one, and it's over the head of the shortstop, Alejandro Gonzalez. Looks like he was going to have a web gem there as he squared up and jumped high for it, but it just was less than a foot over his glove. And so now with 2 singles, it's Brennan Reback up with a runner in scoring position now. Brennan Reback had the bases loaded his last time up and actually struck out. All he needed to do was hit a fly ball and maybe could have got somebody on a sacrifice fly, but instead was not able to get good contact with the ball. Here's the 0-0. That one's in the strike zone for a called strike 1 on Reback. So he had that strikeout. He also struck out in the at-bat before that one and walked just like everybody else in this lineup did. Vanderwall's going, and he's into third safely. No throw attempt from Blaze Maris. So now runners on the corners and a 1-1 count for Aten versus Reback. The 1-1. That one's down the pipe for strike 1. 2 outs here, top of the 7th inning between the Rockford Rivets and the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Rivets lead 7-2. Looking to put some more on that. That one called strike 3. Reback didn't think it was at all. He's going to have a long conversation with home plate umpire Gavin Oakley here as he shakes his head and slowly walks away from home plate. But nonetheless, that's out number 3. We'll be right back in 90 seconds. There was a defensive substitution last inning for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. They put Tate Soderstrom in right field for Jake Munoz, and I'm sure it was planned as Tate Soderstrom is at the plate now to lead off this inning. That first pitch from Bakshaw's in the dirt. So the top of the order, Bakshaw will see this inning. Soderstrom, Maris, and Damla. Swing and a miss there from Soderstrom. Count goes even at 1-1. 5 hits for the Rivets this year, but the story is the top of the second inning where 8 walks got away from the starting pitcher, McKinley Moore. That one's going to be a shallow hit right to Hal Hughes, the shortstop. Just a looping fly ball that went right overhead of second base, and it hung in the air long enough for Hal Hughes to run over there and make the first out of the bottom of the 7th. So Soderstrom, in his first at-bat in a Rivets or in a Bullfrogs uniform today, goes F6. Blaze Maris fouls that one back on a bunt attempt. Count's going to be 0-1. Scores 7-2. 1 out here, bottom of the 7th inning, nobody on. JT Bakshaw on the mound, relieving Chase Keeter. That one misses the zone. Counts even, 1-1. Good Sunday afternoon crowd making it in to Joannes Stadium today. Swing and a miss there from Blaze Maris. Counts 1-2 now with the 1 out. A 1-2 for the Bullfrogs catcher way outside. Count goes even for Blaze Maris. JT Bakshaw gets the ball back from his catcher, Wyatt Mascarella. Sets up on the mound, gets the side, kicks and deals. Breaking ball just misses the plate. And it will be a full count now for Maris versus Bakshaw. Reached on a fielder's choice. His most recent at bat also has a single and a strikeout. This is going to be a high fly ball to right field. Vanderwall had to take a couple steps forward, but it goes right into Vanderwall's glove for the second out of this inning. And Adrian Damla will be at the plate now. 0 for 2 today with a fly out in his most recent at bat to the third baseman, Justin Walker. Flied out to center field. Fouls his first pitch back there. Fly out to center field in the second at bat, and he walked off of Chase Keeter's arm in his first at bat. The 0-1. Right down Broadway from Bakshaw to Damla. Counts 0-2 now. Most of this crowd is stuck around here. Damla hits a high fly ball. Hal Hughes tracking back, camps under it. Out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for JT Bakshaw. We're into the final 2 innings of play here on a Sunday afternoon. 7-2. The Rivets lead the Green Bay Bullfrogs. David Toth will be on to start the top of the 8th, excuse me, for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Toth had a good couple outings, namely yesterday, only allowed 1 run, and it was not earned. It was a bunt by Ryan Cole that he committed an error on, threw over the head of his first baseman, and Cole was able to get all the way to third on that error, and then Justin Walker brought home Cole with an RBI single. That was the only run he allowed yesterday. Kind of rare to see a relief pitcher going 2 days in a row. But nonetheless, Kirk Schreider's giving the ball to Toth. Originally out of Grosse Pointe, Michigan, 6'3", 200-pound freshman from Hillsdale College. Throws with his right hand. 0 for 2 record on the year. Also appeared in the second game of the season against Rockford, through 1 inning, did not allow a hit, struck out 1 and walked 1. So in 14 2/3 innings pitched, he's got a 6.13 ERA, 14 strikeouts, and 11 walks. First pitch to Joe Butler is fouled back. And Joe Butler did not play yesterday, so he did not see David Toth yesterday. And the first pitch there is a hot ground ball to the third baseman Aguilar, who throws across the diamond but a little bit off. And so the first baseman Domela had to step off the bag and tried to tag Joe Butler, but it will work out as an infield hit, and they're going to give it actually an error. And so Toth, second day in a row that he's allowed the leadoff batter of an inning to reach on an error. This time it wasn't his error, though. It was the error of his third baseman Aguilar on the throw. Pulled it just a little bit too far to the left. First ball to Corey Wright, the number 9 batter, is wide. Count goes 1-0. That one is in the dirt, gets by Blaze Maris. Joe Butler advances to second, thinks about third, but Maris gets all over it. Counts 2-0 now with a runner in scoring position and no outs. Oh for 2 on the day is Corey Wright with a walk. And we'll see the 2-0 pitch from Toth. Swung, makes contact with that one down the opposite side of the field. And it goes foul. Counts 2-1 now. Corey Wright on the season, 1 for 11. 0.90 batting average. Part of the inaugural Rockford Rivets team 2 years ago. Sees a ball on the outside there. Count goes 3-1. Part of the inaugural Rockford Rivets team 2 years ago and was second on the team in innings pitched. Now a 3-1 from Corey Wright at the plate. The pitch coming from David Toth. That one misses the zone, and Corey Wright will reach base for the second time today on a walk. And so Butler on second, Corey Wright on first, and the leadoff man, Pat Leffler, coming to the plate now with a chance to get the first runs for the Rockford Rivets since the second inning. 5 hits, 7 runs, and an error apiece. 1 for each team today. That's how Joe Butler got on. The 0-0. That one misses the zone for Leffler. And so in a day it feels uncharacteristic for some people to miss the strike zone, namely Chase Keeter. Toth doesn't have a lot of accuracy problems usually, but he's struggling today already with a walk. And Chase Keeter had more walks than his usual number, 3 walks. He only had, in 94 innings pitched at the University of Dubuque this year, Keeter had a total of 9 walks. And in 5 innings pitched today, he had a third of that. The 1-1 now with no outs. Runners on first and second for the Rockford Rivets. Pat Leffler at the dish. That one goes low in the dirt. Jackknifed well by the catcher Blaze Maris. Count's going to be 2-1 now. Toth from the stretch sets and deals the 2-1 pitch. That one in the zone. Leffler didn't like it. But a called strike by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley nonetheless. Counts even now at 2-2. 6.13 ERA for David Toth on the season. 14 strikeouts and a chance to get one here against Pat Leffler. Swing and a miss by Pat Leffler for the first out of the inning and his second strikeout. And now Hal Hughes will get a chance. He's 0 for 3 today with a walk. Pretty much everybody has walked on the Rockford Rivets this year, and a lot of them walked in the second inning. That is the inning that is the difference right now. 7 runs across the plate for the Rockford Rivets. Strike there to start off Hal Hughes' at-bat. Hal Hughes finished his freshman year at LSU. Was a regular starter for the Tigers this year. Dad just got announced as the head coach at K-State. That one's off the plate. Counts 1-1 now. Joey Butler on second. Corey Wright on first. Butler reached on an error. Wright reached on a walk. 1 out, 1-1 count. 7-2 lead for the Rockford Rivets. Here's the 1-1. Low in the zone, but called strike by home plate umpire Gavin Oakley. Counts 1-2 now. With the win today, the Rockford Rivets clinched the season series against the Green Bay Bullfrogs in just the 6th game. They lead the series 4-1 right now. There will definitely be a tie. This one's a ground ball hit to the shortstop. And Gonzalez fields cleanly. Throws over to Ludi for the fielder's choice at second, but there will be runners on the corners with 2 outs. And Mason Template coming to the dish now. So a fielder's choice. Hal Hughes reached on it. He had the speed where he probably wasn't going to get caught. Ludi didn't even throw it to first to try it, as Hughes was pretty much in there safely as soon as he caught the ball. So now Mason Template with a chance to add some insurance for the Rivets. First pitch right on the outside part of the zone for a called strike, and Toth is ahead 0-1. Joe Butler on third, reached on an error. Got to second on a wild pitch, got to third on the advancement by Hal Hughes. That one's a called strike right down Main Street. Template is going to see the 0-2 now from Toth. Template thus far today, 1 for 3, does have a single to left field. Also grounded it into a double play and flied out to right field. And, like most of these Rivets, has walked. Fouls that one back right next to his catcher on deck, Wyatt Mascarella, but stays alive nonetheless. A 7-2 ball game here at Joannes Stadium. The 0-2 upcoming from Toth to Template. Top of the 8th here. Runners on the corners. Here's the 0-2. Kicks and deals. Swung on and again just fouled back. Template got enough of it to stay alive in the count. Vanderwall, the man in the hole, will go over and grab the foul ball. The 0-2, another 0-2. After the past two 0-2s have been fouled back. Hands are full, or my mouth is tongue twisting all over that one. The 0-2. Right inside on the hands of Mason Template. Count goes 1-2 now. A gritty at bat from Template, trying to find something he can hit, or maybe even work it up to 4 balls and get his second walk of the day. He's got Hal Hughes on first, Joe Butler on third. The 1-2. That one right up the middle, and it's going to get by for a base hit, so an RBI single for Mason Template. Joe Butler walks home, and a clutch at bat from the LSU Eunice sophomore. That one went as just about up the middle as you could get it. And Template adding some insurance to the board now for the Rockford Rivets. As the score goes 8-2, 2 runners on base still. Hal Hughes on second in scoring position for Wyatt Mascarella. Mascarella, one of the MVPs at the plate for the Rivets today, struck out in his last at-bat but has a walk, a single, and a double. That one's low in the zone for a called ball. Count goes 1-0. Hal Hughes has wheels on second. If a base hit gets down for Mascarella, Hal Hughes could turn it into an RBI. The 1-0 to Mascarella. Big swing and a miss from the St. John's catcher. Count goes 1-1. Mascarella, the first catcher to have a 2-home run game in a regional game, in a regional NCAA tournament game for the St. John's baseball team. They made it there after winning the Big East tournament. The 1-1, that one's in the zone. Count goes 1-2. Template had his RBI single on a 1-2 count. Mascarella tries to do the same. Stares down Toth. And Toth kicks and deals. Breaking ball just misses off the plate. Count goes 2-2 to the dismay of the Green Bay Bullfrogs fans here at Joannes Stadium. Mascarella, one of the biggest position players on this roster, 6'3", 215 pounds, originally out of Cary, Illinois. Counts even at 2-2 now for him with 2 outs, runners on first and second. 8-2 ball game. Rivets lead the Bullfrogs, and a big swing and a miss from Wyatt Mascarella to end the top of the 8th. The Bullfrogs are going to need some runs real soon. They'll be back in action in just a few moments. New pitcher for the Rockford Rivets, it's number 36, Anthony Hollebecky. The Notre Dame righty takes the mound now. First pitch to Mahalik is going to be into center field for a base hit. Reback has trouble with it. Mahalik thinks about second, but Reback recovers, and that one goes over the head. So all sorts of issues here as the first pitch, Mahalik, who's been the offensive MVP for Green Bay today with the 2-run shot, gets on a fly ball that gets down in right center field. Now Rudy Aguilar takes the plate. Flied out to center field his last time up, has a walk and a single as well. Future St. John's infielder will see the 0-0. That one's high in the zone. Anthony Hollebecky on the plate, on the mound now. 0-2 record. He's been walked off twice this year. 8.21 ERA. Has not seen the Green Bay Bullfrogs this year. 7 2/3 innings pitched. That one finds the strike zone. 7 walks and 7 strikeouts and 7 hits against Anthony Hollebecky this year. Mahalik on first. Big swing and a miss, and a broken bat as a big splinter of wood comes off and flies down the third baseline while the ball trickles down the first baseline. Ball went foul. So did the bat. And now the bat's going to get retired and probably end up as a souvenir for a fan. Anthony Hollebecky, 4 pitches already today. First pitch he threw was taken for a single to right center field by Riley Mahalik. Now Rudy Aguilar, who's 1 for 2 today, tries to see if he can advance Mahalik. Final out of Canada, St. Cloud 6, Thunder Bay nothing. So the defending champs with a big shutout victory. The 1-2 is going to be a high fly ball and a diving catch. No, it's not going to be a catch. It is going to just get down. Jacob Vanderwall couldn't get a quick enough jump on it. First base ump Pat Crowley was all over that one to say no catch made. And now 2 on with no outs for Anthony Hollebecky. Wyatt Mascarella is going to go have a few words with his pitcher. Eddie Gonzalez up now. Gonzalez out of Laredo, Texas. Incarnate Word Jr. Stands 5'8", 182 pounds. Bats from the left side. Runners on first and second with no outs here. Anthony Hollebecky in relief. Would love an out. Both of the batters reached on singles. That one's on the inside. Gonzalez moves out of the way of it. And it gets to the glove of Wyatt Mascarella. And a called ball. Counts 1-0. Swings on that one. That one's going to go foul. Back behind the Rockford Rivets dugout here on the third baseline. Counts 1-1 now for Eddie Gonzalez. 8-2, Rockford Rivets lead the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Bottom of the 8th inning here. Hollebecky will throw the 1-1. That one's low and just misses the zone. Ball to put the count at 2-1 with no outs here. That one swung on, and it looks like it could get down in the gap, and it will. Mahalik will hold at third, but there will be the bases loaded now with no outs for Cooper Morrison. So a few bloop singles to right around the area of Brennan Reback and Jacob Vanderwall have put the bases loaded against Anthony Hollebecky. None of them have been tremendously hit balls, but they've just been finding gaps in the Rockford Rivets defense. And now Cooper Morrison, with his team down 6, has a chance. That one's going to be right up the middle and will be flipped to first for 1, but 1 run will score. And so Joe Butler just goes with the safe play over at first, as they're just trying to minimize the Bullfrogs' damage here. Score is now 8-3 in advantage of the Rockford Rivets. Gonzalez on second, Aguilar on third. Colin Luty at the dish now, 0 for 3 today, with a strikeout, with 2 strikeouts, and he also reached on an error 1 time. The 0-0 to Luty, the only Wisconsin native on this team. That one goes outside for ball 1, 11th pitch of Anthony Hollebecky's outing. Long pause from Hollebecky. 1-0 pitch goes into the zone for a called strike. Counts even now at 1-1. Runners on second and third. 8-3. Rockford Rivets lead the Green Bay Bullfrogs. The 1-1 swung on by Luddy, and he's going to get a sacrifice hit of his own as on another 4-3 ground out. Now it's 8-4 with 2 outs and a runner on third. I'm sure Hollebecky would take this just fine as long as he can get out of this inning after allowing the bases to get loaded with no outs. The bases were loaded. 2 straight 4-3 ground outs have put the score at 8-4. So he doesn't want to allow 2 runs, but at some point it seems like the best possible option for him. 1-0 as that ball goes inside. 2 outs here, bottom of the 8th inning. Swung on, going to be chopped down the third base line and foul by just a hair. And now, with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, it will be a 1-1 for Alejandro Gonzalez, the number 9 hitter for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Rockford Rivets trying to finish off the Bullfrogs and clinch the season series. It would be the 5th win. Every team in the Northwoods League plays the other 9 teams 8 times. This is the 6th meeting between these 2 teams. The 1-1, hard ground ball down the third base line and into the Rockford Rivets dugout. Foul ball, counts 1-2 now. Hollebecky sets. Walker looks like he's trying to say something to the umpire or somebody. That's a breaking ball off the outside. Count's going to be even now at 2-2. Looks like it might be Nathan Schneiderman warming up. The big donkey getting ready to probably come on in the bottom of the 9th here for the Rockford Rivets. The 2-2 swung on, high foul ball. And it will go behind home plate. Count stays at 2-2. Gritty at bat from Alejandro Gonzalez with a runner on third. And his team down 4 runs. Trying to make a rally attempt here. Already 2 runs come across in this bottom of the 8th inning for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. The 2-2. Swung on, chopped down the third base line, and another foul ball. Alejandro 0 for 3 today. Grounded into a double play. A 6-3 ground out, and also lined out to Hal Hughes. Another 2-2 pitch. 8-4 here, bottom of the fourth, runner on third. That one's contact, and that one's going to be fair. Alejandro running this one out. He slammed his bat down as he was upset that that was the best he could get out of that long at bat. But nonetheless, we're going into the ninth. 8-4, the Rivets lead the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Don't go anywhere. Swing and a miss by Jacob Vanderwall on his first pitch he sees from David Toth here in the top of the ninth. 8-4, Rockford Rivets lead the Green Bay Bullfrogs. 2 came home for the Frogs last inning. Vanderwall is going to have a high fly ball there. He throws away his bat, not happy with the contact he made with that one. And the shortstop, Alejandro Gonzalez, will catch that one on a big pop out for Vanderwall. Toth, next pitch will be his 30th. And now Justin Walker will get a chance. No outs here, nobody on. Top of the ninth. That one's right up the middle. That'd be a chance for Colin Ludy. Ludy bobbles it, and Walker will get on. Let's see if he'll get an error on that one. It would have been a tough play for Ludy to make, and yes, it will be an error. So Ludy, there's a slow chopper right to him at second, and on the connection, he couldn't get it from his glove into his hand to throw it perfectly, and so lost it. And now Walker will be on first with 1 out. 0-0 count now to Brennan Reback. First pitch, breaking ball low and in the dirt for a ball. Reback walked in his first at-bat, has struck out 3 times since then. His first 3 strikeout game of the year. Not somebody that strikes out a lot. That's a hard chop down the first base line. The throw to second for 1, and the throw back to first. So a 3-6-1 double play, and the last chance for the Green Bay Bullfrogs coming up in the bottom of the ninth. Stay right where you are. Back here, Anthony Hollebecky, after allowing 2 runs to get across the plate in the bottom of the 8th for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. He'll be back out for the bottom of the 9th, and he'll see Tate Soderstrom in Soderstrom's first at-bat. He came in as a defensive substitution and has gotten 1 at-bat since then, and it was a fly-out to Hal Hughes. The first pitch right on the outside, a little bit off the plate for a called ball. Count goes 1-0. Soderstrom, the Arizona Wildcat, will see the 1-0 from Hollebecky. Swing and a miss there on a breaking ball. Hollebecky allowed the bases to get loaded with no outs last inning off of a few base hits, and then 2 sacrifice hits to the second baseman, Joe Butler. Got 2 runs home, but he was able to get a 5-3 ground out to finish the inning and minimize the damage at just 2. It's an 8-4 game. There was just a called strike in the zone. Counts 1-2 for Soderstrom, and a swing and a miss, and 1 strikeout for Anthony Hollebecky. And 1 down, and the Rivets are 2 outs away here. And Blaze Maris will do everything in his power to make sure that he is not the second out of this inning. He's 1 for 4 today with a single, infield single. In his second at-bat, also has a strikeout. He reached on a fielder's choice and a flyout to right field. The 0-0 to start his at-bat. High in the zone. Ball count's going to go 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss from Blaze Maris. Maris was the final out of last night's game. Tough go of it for him on his birthday. But nonetheless, you got to do what you got to do. 2-1 count now as that ball goes low in the zone for Hollebecky versus Maris. Maris, grandson of Roger Maris. Baseball's in his blood. Let's see what he's got on the 2-1. That one's on the inside, just misses Maris's elbow. Count's going to be 3-1 now, as Hollebecky's a ball away from putting a runner on first with 1 out. That one is a big swing and a miss by Maris. Count's going to be full now. And let's see what happens with the payoff pitch. Hollebecky has struggled in his outings. This year he's been walked off twice. One of them was a walk-off walk in Game 4 of this season against Fond du Lac. He also had a walk-off home run. That one hits the elbow of Blaze Maris, and so even if it didn't hit Maris, it would have been a walk. And a tough way for a batter to get on first as Maris. I'm sure he would have much rather had a walk instead of the hit by pitch there. But now Adrian Damla will come up to the plate with a runner on first, 1 out, and an 0-0 count. Score is 8-4 here. Ball to start Damla's at bat, 11th pitch of the inning for Hollebecky. 1-0 coming. Blaze Maris, not the fastest guy on the team, but can boogie over on first. Check swing there in the zone anyway. Called strike. Counts 1-1 now. Home plate umpire Gavin Oakley's done a great job tonight. There's been a lot of close calls, but it's worked out really well. 1-1. That one's right up the middle. Joe Butler hard off of his arm, and the play over at first is safe. And so that was a double play opportunity, but it just took a hard hop for Joe Butler, and he had no chance to get Maris at second. And the play over on first was close, but Brian Smith, maybe he's seen enough from Anthony Hollebecky as he's going to come out of the dugout. And so I don't know what that's going to be scored as. It will be an error on Joe Butler. A tough play for him to make, but you got to at least get one there if you're Joe Butler. And the second error of the game for the Rockford Rivets, as some of the infield comes in to talk with Brian Smith and Wyatt Mascarell on Anthony Hollebecky, but Brian Smith shoos them away, and it'll just be the catcher, the manager, and the pitcher on the mound. Probably not a pitching change situation here. Schneiderman sat down in the bullpen after the strikeout to lead off the inning, but now is back up and moving. One out here, runners on first and second for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Thank you all for tuning in. It is back at home for the Rockford Rivets tomorrow, halfway to Christmas against the Lakeshore Chinooks. But first, they got to get 2 more outs and get out of this game against the Green Bay Bullfrogs. 8-4, Rivets lead the Frogs. Check swing there on the outside of the plate. Called strike in there for Riley Mihalik. Mihalik has the home run today that put the Bullfrogs on the board. The 0-1 now to Mihalik. Hollebecky sets, kicks, and fires. That one's just off the plate. Count's going to go even now at 1-1. Mihalik, Pennsylvania native. Such a geographically diverse roster for this Bullfrogs team. The 1-1. Mihalik thought about it. Didn't go. Ball was a little high. Counts 2-1 now. Final regular season game for the Rivets here at Bullfrogs at Joannes Stadium. The home of the Bullfrogs, the 2-1. Swung on. Right to Joe Butler, and he's going to snag that one and make up for the error just fine and double him off as he tosses to Hal Hughes for out number 3. So the season series will go to the Rockford Rivets. That's their 5th win against the Green Bay Bullfrogs this year. And it was such a collection of different efforts by a lot of these Rivets players. On the mound, Chase Keeter went 5 innings, only allowed 5 hits and 2 runs. It was the 2-run shot by Mihalik. And then it was JT Bachshot taking over, only allowing 1 hit in his 2 innings of work. And then Hollebecky with the final 2 to finish off this ball game. He did allow 2 runs to come home, but a pretty good recovery after allowing the bases to get loaded with no outs. For the Green Bay Bullfrogs, it was a different story. A big struggle from their starting pitcher, McKinley Moore, through 8 walks en route to letting 7 runs come across the board in the top of the second for the Rockford Rivets. And as closing time plays here at Joannes Stadium, I think it's time for me to close up this radio call. Be sure to tune in to the Rockford Rivets website for the post-game story. It'll help wrap this baby up. And if you can make it out to Rivets Stadium tomorrow night, halfway to Christmas against the Lakeshore Chinooks, it should be a good one. Matt Vanek set to take the mound for the Rivets. And the big headline here, the Rockford Rivets win the season series against the Green Bay Bullfrogs in the 6th meeting. They're 5-1 versus the Bullfrogs. They'll see them in August. But until then, there's a lot of baseball to play. My name's Scot Gladstone. For everybody at the Rockford Rivets organization, I want to thank you for tuning in tonight. Get riveted, and yes, the screws are definitely hot.